Okay, so as far as marketing strategies go, there's a lot of different things you can do to drive traffic to your website. And like, I definitely don't use everything, but there are a few things that have worked for me. And for those who don't know, I started JasonSake.com a while back, and went through all the typical struggles that people make when they start blogs. And it can be really hard sometimes because sometimes you get hit by penalties, especially if you're going for organic traffic. Whether you're doing everything right or not doing everything right, and you'll have spurts of growth, and then other times your blog will just plateau. And so if you're starting a blog, there's a few things that I've learned that can definitely help you out, most likely. And some of those things basically. Some of them are paid, but also some of them are free. And in this video, I just want to talk real quick about some of both the free and some of the paid things that you can do to get leads quicker. Because that's basically probably why you're starting a website or a blog. You don't just want traffic, but you want to get leads for that business. And so there's 4 things, and this pertains to both the blogs I've started, but also the websites I've been a part of. And the businesses attached to those websites that have been a part of get leads. And there's some low cost things that you can do to help your business get leads right away. And that's what I want to talk about here. And specifically, I want to talk about 4 of them. And so the first one, obviously, everybody knows that paid running PPC ads on things like Google or Bing, or you can even run PPC on Facebook. That's probably one of the most popular ways you can get traffic to your website. And I'll just tell you right up front, in terms of being able to get not only quick traffic but quick leads, buying ads is the quickest way to do it in my experience. And if you have a viable business, or a viable product or a viable service attached to that business, there's no reason you shouldn't be able to make those ads you buy profitable fairly quickly. Okay, that is, unless you're in a competitive niche that is so competitive that you just can't make it work, which some of them are, quite frankly. But if you have something that will work, then buying ads is the way to make it work very quickly. And in terms of buying ads, there's specifically PPC. One of the best low-cost methods that I've used is Google Ads. That's the name of their platform now. Back in the day, it used to be called Google AdWords. It's Google Ads. Okay, but specifically, what it is marketing in the content network, buying ads in the content network, which is all of the partners that have elected on Google to basically allow Google Ads to run on their websites. For a split of the profit. As a side note, if you're setting up a blog, I don't recommend you do that because, quite frankly, you're not going to make shit off of it. Even if you have a lot of traffic coming to the website, the split on that they're going to give you it's basically not a lot for what you can get. But as an advertiser, you can take advantage of the content network because the clicks are generally cheaper. And not always, but generally they are quite a bit cheaper. Now, the reason for that is because it's not as targeted. But what I've found is that with the targeting options available on Google, when you run ads, you can hone in and target and run your ads on websites where they're likely to get clicks, and you can pick up some very quick leads doing that. The benefit about Google is it makes up 1/3 of the total, as of 2018, about 1/3, I believe it's 32.4% or something of total marketing revenue, total ad revenue, I should say, total digital ad revenue. Google owns about 1/3 of it, and that is worldwide. So that is a benefit because chances are your target market, you're going to be able to find them. If you can't find them on Google, running Google Ads, you probably don't have a viable business. The point is they're there because it's so big. They have that access basically to every niche across planet Earth. So the drawback of that, though, is that it's highly competitive. It tends to be run on an auction format. They'll deny this now. They'll deny that it's not run on an auction format. But let's face it, bigger companies, okay, who have more pull, more marketing budget, tend to run at the top and dominate Google search. They just do. It's just the way the world works in the land of Google Ads. But you can find great opportunities in the content network still, and I've started a lot of business doing that. And you can pick up quick leads doing it in the content network. So yes, it does work. That is one viable option. Another viable option is running ads in the Facebook, specifically on the news feed of people on Facebook. Now Facebook gets a lot of hype, as does all social media, and quite frankly, it's for some businesses it's warranted. For other ones, in my experience, it's just not. For other businesses, social media marketing, specifically buying ads on social media and Facebook, that's generally the place that people do it, is a waste of time. It doesn't work. But in certain niches, it does. Okay, and within the niches that it does, one of the benefits of Facebook is is probably the one network where you can target to the highest degree, which is why Facebook has gotten into a lot of hot water as of late, basically because they have a lot of information on people, and some people frown on that, but as a marketer, you can utilize a lot of that information. Now, on a side note, Facebook is number 2 in terms of ad revenue, and so it makes them highly competitive. It used to be great several years back. Now it's gotten extremely competitive, and so sometimes you just can't make it work. The ads are too expensive, but it still generally is cheaper, in my experience, than a lot of stuff you can do in terms of marketing, because you can get a lot of clicks to your website and leads, generally speaking. And so if you're starting a business, advertising, specifically going into Facebook and running ads, specifically selecting in the news feed, because that is where people's attention is captured, in the news feed, it can be viable. As a side note, probably the best performing stuff that I've done has been along the lines of Facebook video marketing, and I think I haven't shot a lot of videos on this channel, but we're gonna boost it up here as of late. But one of the videos was on some mistakes that people make when they run Facebook ads, and so you can go and watch that one too. So Facebook advertising in Facebook in a video ad format in the news feed of people is great. Just another thing I wanted to mention about Facebook is one of the ways it differs, in my opinion, one of the ways that is a drawback from running on Google Ads, and one of the reasons why Facebook is becoming way more competitive and way more expensive, is because people are captured. You only have a select amount of people who use Facebook. Now, granted, that is over 2 billion monthly users, but it's just growing. But for niches, especially if you're local marketing, there's a select group of people that you can reach in the news feed, all right, and seemingly an infinite amount of advertisers that want to reach those people. Whereas if you're running on Google, Google is keyword based, so I'm not sure if I'm making sense about that, but Google's keyword based, and so there's a lot of different keywords you can run from, and it's not necessarily constricted to just the people who have accounts on that platform. It's not restricted at all. It's just the limit is how many searches there are, and so Google tends to be a little more spread out in that sense, but Facebook still is a viable option. Now, in terms of free options, there's 2 in particular that I've used in my business, and again, all 4 of the things we're going to talk about in this video is stuff that I'm using now. It's the most effective stuff for me in my business. So the first free option is to simply make YouTube videos. It has probably been the single most effective free option I've had as far as getting quick leads to my website, is to make YouTube videos and post them to YouTube. The 2 benefits of that is now Google has started to show a lot more YouTube videos. Let's say you're running a search term for get website leads. Well, a lot a lot of the search, a lot of the organic search that you're going to get when you go up to Google and type in, if somebody goes to Google and types in get more website leads or whatever, a lot of those first things that are going to show up are going to be videos, and specifically you can go and select videos in Google, so you can show up there. Also, YouTube is the second biggest search engine on the entire internet. A lot of people don't realize that, and so a lot of people just search specifically on YouTube, and so they can find you there. So there's two main places they can find you, and also YouTube videos are great. Now again, it's niche dependent, but generally speaking, I've had a lot of success running YouTube videos for various businesses, and you don't need a big channel to do it. You can do it with 0 subscribers, post videos, and depending on your niche, if you're in a less competitive niche, your videos can rank right away, and you can start getting traffic right away and leads right away to that website. Now more competitive, it's just things along the lines of fitness, that takes longer, but in my opinion, not nearly as long as what it's going to take if you start a blog, which leads me to my fourth option, and this is a longer term option, is to just start posting blog posts. And generally speaking, long detailed blog posts, 2,000 posts or more, tend to get more traffic. Again, it depends on the competition within your niche, how crowded your niche is, as to how much traffic you can get, how quickly you can get it. I should say, more competitive niches, generally speaking, they're going to have more traffic because more people is doing them. It's a larger niche, but less competitive niches, you tend to be able to rank quite a bit faster, especially if you're writing long, detailed content. And over time, I built up jasonsake.com. It's my fitness blog. In 2 years, I built it up to 60,000 people a month on that blog writing long, detailed content. And so it is viable. If I can do it in a competitive niche, some can do it a hell of a lot faster, especially in non-competitive niches. So start blogs. So those are 4 ways to get leads. They're low-cost ways. You can get low-cost paid traffic on the Google Content Network. Still, you can do it. You can do it on the Facebook, within Facebook feeds, specifically running video ads, I have found to be very effective. And then the 2 free options are posting YouTube videos. That is by far and away the quickest free option to get traffic, in my opinion. And I've done it for a lot of different businesses. And then it's beginning to blog post, and depending on the competition within your niche is how quick you can get those to rank at Google to start getting free traffic. And if you're building up free traffic sources over the upcoming months and years, it's really hard to compete with that in terms of paid advertising. I mean, you're talking about bringing free people to your website and you get free leads, which is a benefit. So those are the 4 methods. There are 4 of them. Those are the ones that I personally use. They have been the most effective for me. There's a lot of other stuff you can do and try, but those are the 4 most effective low-cost online methods that I've used. If you found this useful, you can check out the website. It's jasonclemens.media. Again, we're going to try to build this one up. I just started. Actually, this one's been a year ago, but I haven't posted to it consistently. We're going to start posting to it more consistently to build up the traffic, and hopefully a lot of the content we provide you can find beneficial. If you found this video beneficial, just subscribe to the channel and click like. That's just going to help us boost it up to the top of YouTube so more people can find it. Until next time, have yourself a great day.